I have always wanted to play the piano, always. So one day, my dad, knowing this, he decided he would go into town to Stockton to buy a piano for us. So we were so happy. We couldn't wait for him to come back. And when he did, there it was. I mean, a piano. We couldn't believe it, you know. Well, then there were these men that came to visit my dad at that time, Japanese. And they were talking, and they looked so serious. And so I thought, you know, why isn't my dad, aren't they going to help him unload the piano, you know? But no, they were just talking, and we're just standing there waiting, you know? Then before we knew it, he got in the truck again and turned right around and left with the piano on the back of the truck. Well, found out later he had to return the piano because there were rumors going on that the Japanese were going to be, you know, evacuated and placed into camps, and that everyone had to move. So that shattered my dream. My dad was taken away, but we never knew where he went. They didn't let us know. My dad didn't call us. I mean, we didn't have a phone anyway in the country, and so we did not know where he was taken or where he was. All I know is the next thing before I knew it, my uncles, you know, was saying we have to go into town and buy certain things because we are all going to be moving. We had to just pile ourselves into the car, and that was the last time we saw our house. And as we were driving off, our house is located, you know, where it's a country, so you have to drive down a dirt road to get to our house, and it's like a quarter of a mile before you get to the main road. So as we're driving down this dirt road, there's my dog, our dog, and he kept barking and barking, and as we're driving away, there he is, you know, we looked back, and there he is, you know, running, chasing the car, just barking away. I guess, you know, and I remember saying, well, what's going to happen to our dog? You know, why can't he come with us? And he's just following us and just barking, and we just kept looking and watching him, thinking, well, maybe he'll jump into the car or whatever. But eventually we had to turn, you know, off the dirt road, and we didn't see him anymore and haven't seen him since. And I don't know what happened to him. My mother was constantly worried. I know she was writing letters every day to my dad, I'm sure, and just crying and crying and crying. So as far as experience in Rohwer, Arkansas, my experience in Rohwer, Arkansas was very, very unhappy. I remember very little about it. I hated going to school. I just didn't like going to school at all.
Why?
It wasn't school for me, you know. It was like, I don't know, my heart wasn't in it. I was always worried, having to leave my mom home knowing she was unhappy, and then going to school, and I would worry, what is Mom going to do when we're away, you know? She was protective of us, but I was trying to be protective of her, you know, because I wanted her to be happy.